Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video, I am proud to say my microphone is actually being recognized by my computer. So yay, the audio quality should be significantly better than the last video. Anyway, what are we talking about today? I want to talk to you about one of the perhaps common reasons that your manifestation isn't showing up, but you feel worthy of it. Now, I really love sharing from personal experience, so of course this is something that I myself learned just today, and I want to share with other people. What happened was I have been working on, my manifestations, been working on my self-concept, and I noticed that I shifted into that place where you fully feel that you are worthy of your desire, and so it falls away as a desire, right? You're almost like, oh, do I even want this thing anymore? Because you've come into alignment with it. So you're not going to want something you're in alignment with. It can just show up in your reality. But I felt that there was still like a little crumb I was missing, because when I thought of the idea of my manifestation actually showing up, it just wasn't resonating as, yes, of course, like I have this. But at the same time it was, and it's like very confusing to explain. So maybe if I just share my experience with you, you guys will understand. What happened was I was then led by my intuition to just browse on the apps, listen to different people talk about manifestation, and I found that I needed to do some revision or reflection on my current assumptions around myself and my manifestation, my self-concept around it. And so when I did these revisions, I started doing written exercises again. What I discovered was, yes, I feel worthy of all these things, but not right now. These things take time. Yes, I'm the priority, but not right now, I'm not. My cat is joining us. So, oh buddy, you're such a sweet distraction. Anyway, focusing. Oh my gosh. I wish you guys could see, he just sat up and grabbed my hand. So I was doing these revisions, and I'm realizing that I have set everything that I'm worthy of in the future. Now, what happens when, in a linear sense, that's fine, right? Because by definition, if I manifest something right this second, it's going to show up in my linear future. But when we're working from an energetic space, when you talk about the future, you talk about something that's never going to come because you've set it in the future, and it will always stay in the future. As you move forward, it moves forward. So you've created distance between you and when your manifestation can show up. So I had never really understood, people are always putting in their affirmations the word now, and it felt, because I didn't feel worthy, it felt very demanding to say something like that. I didn't feel worthy of stating, this is my desire now. It felt just wrong to me. I just couldn't really do it. There were certain things I could put now in there for when it came to my own feelings, but when it came to anything having to do with other people, business, relationships, whatever, attracting new people into my life, it felt wrong to say now. So this was because I wasn't truly feeling the fullness of my worthiness, the fullness of my self-concept. It was this thing that, yes, I believe I am worthy of these things, but not right now. And I don't think that it was that I truly didn't feel worthy of it. I think I was just a little scared because I know things will change drastically for me. And if you have a similar journey to mine where your self-worth needed a lot of work, it's going to feel scary to start having blessings coming in your life in a new and beautiful way. So I started affirming that I am, chosen now. I am a priority now, all of these things. And I don't know, this might be a short video, but this was just a really common thing for me. I didn't realize that I was keeping my manifestation in the future because I was not specifying that I deserve it now. I think it was a really great stepping stone for me to not put now in my affirmations, because it would have been too big of a gap for me to close personally. Some people like to be like, okay, I know my final destination. I like to kind of set gradual checkpoints, like the next tangible step. I like to take things in steps, so my manifestations typically don't come through right away because this is my personal process. I like to go back and revise. So once I shifted into a new alignment, I felt that the old beliefs, the old stories I was telling myself went away. I could literally I would have thoughts of, oh, that situation that I thought happened this way, or I thought negatively about, I'm starting to see new perspectives, and I didn't need to spend energy looking at what the new perspectives could have been, because that would just be, trying to cater towards my fear and make me feel better. I just recognized that there were other perspectives, and that probably what I feared most was not actually accurate, and I didn't need to think about it any more than just having that knowing. I took a second there to show my cat some love and affection. So if you hear a very strange purr sound in the background, that is him. He has a unique voice, I will say. So yeah, so I like to go through and revise things. I like to do things in increments so that it feels tangible, it feels achievable. You can shoot for the stars, whatever your personal flow is. But I think it can sometimes be best when you have something that's a really intimidating manifestation to start with those stepping stones, just to really build that faith and trust in yourself. And it makes jumping to the next thing a lot easier. It could even make the process faster, just again, depending on your own process, because maybe you spend a ton of time in resistance if you're trying to get from point A to point Z, but maybe you won't spend as much time in resistance. So all of that is way too many variables for me to actually know without knowing any of you. I'm still getting to know myself, so just food for thought around that. Don't stress over the time anything takes, because there really is no rushing timing when it comes to your manifestations coming in. When you come into that space of knowing that you'll have it. Even if there's some more revisions you need to do along the way, you are now in a space, like, I felt like I was the version of me that was worthy of everything I was. So all of the old self-concept stories I had told myself fell away. And it was like, oh, okay, I just didn't realize that I needed to manifest that this is happening now. And I think, when I set my original intentions, my original manifestations, I did incorporate a timeline. I did push things out into the future because I just wasn't quite ready to say these things could happen to me now. I needed those stepping stones. I've received those stepping stones. I've been shown that I can do this. I've received the little affirmations and evidence of the small progress I have manifested. So it's not even small progress because I manifested it fully, just in terms of like a greater goal. So yeah, I think every time you feel yourself shift into something, into that state of ease, if you know that you have like a really big ask, a really big manifestation, go through and revise, not in an obsessive way, but just check in with yourself. Like, where am I in this process? Because there's a lot of things you might need to change. I don't know. Like, for me, there's a lot of different things I needed to change about my self-concept, and I thought I was in a pretty solid state, and my reality reflected back at me that I was not. So take your time, be patient with yourself, and, do check-ins. So not in an obsessive way, just make it like a regular part, because I think people can get lost in the check-ins of I need to reaffirm all these things. No, when it resonates. But if you can get more specific. I actually talk about this. This is a perfect time to bring this up. I created a manifestation workbook. It is teaching you, because you can go on the internet. There's so many people telling their stories, sharing their tools, sharing their foundations, their blueprints, their steps, their way to manifest. What I did was share my way to manifest in a way that is geared towards helping you create your own blueprint. What I did was get down to the skeletal structure of manifestation and show you what that is so that you can then arrange it however you need. I give you so many examples, so many tools. I give you like worksheets, charts, all kinds of interactive things to get your brain thinking. There's even like a guided meditation that's written in the workbook, but that's also a separate thing that you can find on my website if you would like to hear the guided meditation exercises described in the workbook. But yeah, the basis of it is to help you build a foundation so that you can understand what the divine energetic blueprint is, and then you can go out on the internet and you can research all these different tools and methods, and you can understand where those tools fit into the process. And the goal is that you streamline this for yourself. And I do believe that in that workbook, I mentioned that I really like to go back and revise my intentions, just to really get more clear, because when you're shifting, you're changing, you're a new person. So what does new me have to offer? What does new me want to work on with herself? Yes, that is all I have to share for today. Gonna keep this one short, it looks like. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys have any questions, comments, let me know down in the comment box. Let me know what you want to hear more of. Let me know if this resonated, if this was helpful. Let me know what you're working on manifestation wise. If you would like some support, if you need someone to affirm for you, I will give you that support. And if you would like any more information on one-on-one readings, one-on-one coaching, healing sessions, anything like that can be found on my website, thealexandrarose.com. Link is down in the info box. And I will see you guys in the next video.